Aw man, my favorite video games list isn't doing well with views.
Why aren't we getting more views?
Now I need to think of another list I can do for KCAs. Let's see, what have I not done yet? There's the favorite cartoon one I already did. Of course, the favorite video game one, which needs more views as well. Wanna do Your Way for favorite movie or animated movie next? Oh yeah! I almost forgot about that comment. Thanks, Mr. Griffin! And while I work on this one, let's see if he can make his own list for favorite cartoon or favorite video game, just similar as me. Alright then, so, as the comment said, my next Kids' Choice Awards list will be for favorite movie and animated movie. I decided to put both of them at the same list because a movie is a movie. What if it's a realistic or animated movie? But that doesn't mean I'll include the voice actors, because I think that would take too long. Just because for when it comes to the KCA nominees, I focus on the cartoons and video games the most. And before you say anything about me watching these movies, no, I have not seen all of them. For some I have seen with the few clips and all, but to be entirely honest, I don't care for spoilers in movies. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it to say. Now let's get on with this list for favorite movie and animated movie. So I wouldn't say this slideshow is fully done, because there are also movies that I will mention in the honorable mentions list. But for now, let's focus on the years with the actual nominees. Starting off with 2000. Here in this year, we have the likes of Elmo and Grouchland and Star Wars The Phantom Menace, both replacing Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, and Big Daddy. I think with a lineup like these nominees, I'm pretty sure you can probably tell who already wins this one. That obviously being The Phantom Menace. However, an alternate winner would be either Pokemon the first movie or Toy Story 2. Yeah, even though I replaced one of the nominees with Elmo and Grouchland, it would still not win. I think it'd be dead last place. But listen, my list, my doings, you know how it goes. Now we move on to 2005. They didn't say favorite animated movie because they included both types of movies, realistic and animation. And obviously, I think the SpongeBob movie should have been here first before the Harry Potter movie. It's so unfair that they didn't actually nominate it, because that would have been a perfect choice. But this might sound biased to some of you, but I honestly think I give it to Shrek 2 instead. Listen, I didn't know about the KCAs when I was young in 2005. And I didn't even know how to use a computer in 2005. So sadly, I can't spam my vote for the SpongeBob movie. But I still think Shrek 2 would still take the win instead of The Incredibles. Okay, now we got 2007, and this might sound really crazy to some of you. Barnyard and Polyworld replaces Happy Feet and Ice Age The Meltdown. And as in this year for favorite animated movie, without Happy Feet here, I think Cars would take the win instead. Hey, some of you might disagree with me on these nominees or the winner, but you do you. Next we have 2008, and for one of the movies that I did not see, I replaced it with Bratz. But I still think Alvin and the Chipmunks is the official winner. However, Bratz would be the alternate winner for me. Oh boy, 2011 again. And, oh boy, Fred the movie is here. Yep, I would nominate Fred the movie in the parallel universe. Listen, to any of you who hate the Fred movie, I respect your opinion because I actually enjoyed the movie so much on Nickelodeon. And if this movie was actually nominated, it would have been an easy win for Fred instead of the Karate Kid. It probably makes the fans wonder why Justin Bieber's win was so rigged that year, even for his song Baby. Now we gotta fast forward to 2014. But it's not just Ford this time, there's an extra nominee here, which is Superman, the Man of Steel. The rest of these movies here may be big hits to some of you, including The Hunger Games. But Fred 3, Camp Fred, comes out of nowhere, lightning fast, and easily takes that win for favorite movie in 2014. Y'all can call me biased once again, but why not? I love Fred. We're not done with 2014 yet because we've got to talk about the nominees for favorite animated movie. Yep, so here we have Turbo and Freebirds added here, alongside the other four. But no matter what outcome it is, Frozen would still take that win. Come on guys, it's obvious. We all know that Frozen would still win for favorite animated movie, right? Speaking of winning for favorite animated movie, we have 2015, with Mr. Peabody and Sherman replacing How to Train Your Dragon 2. And to make anyone who's a fan of Bowser Jr. and classic SML happy, Sponge Out of Water takes the win instead of Big Hero 6. There, now Bowser Jr. doesn't have to eat a sandwich that way. It was early to see Sponge Out of Water nominated for this year, since it released in February. And I think easily, if SpongeBob won for favorite cartoon that same year, then Sponge Out of Water would have won as well. So I wonder, why have the SpongeBob movies not won anything, yet the cartoon itself wins almost every year, and sometimes one of the games if possible? Everyone loves SpongeBob, that's why they keep voting for him to win. So I think maybe they should have voted for the movies as well. Not meant to be biased for this one, but it's true. Okay, now we got 2016. And honestly, I think Smosh the movie should have been nominated here. It was rated PG-13, so it barely makes it in. Sadly, in the real world, Star Wars The Force Awakens would still take the win. But in alternate universe, Smosh the movie does take that win. Unironically, I actually liked watching the Smosh movie. It was free on YouTube for one time, but I don't know how long it'll be until they find out. And now we have favorite animated movie. Haven't seen one of the other two new nominees here, but Pokemon the movie, Hoopa and the Clash of Ages, and When Marine Was There are both nominated. Oh, and before I mention the winner for here, here's some interesting fact about me. Back when the Peanuts movie released in November, I was probably acting like a grumpy little bitch back then, because I was complaining about why I don't want to see the Peanuts movie in theaters. I want to wait till it's maybe free to watch online. But then the whole family and I went to see it, and I was not ready for it. But after the Target commercials with Brian and Stewie in it, and during the movie, I tried to look away, but I couldn't resist because it's Peanuts and I adore Charlie Brown, Snoopy, and the rest of the gang. And when I got out of the movie, I didn't believe I had to say it, but I really enjoyed it. So that's why I probably voted for the Peanuts movie to win, but either Hotel Transylvania 2 or Inside Out would have still won. And that was the last time I ever went to the movie theaters, which I'll probably never do ever again. Ever! Oh yeah, and by the way, for this winner, I give it to Inside Out. Finally, now that I got that out of the way, let's move on to 2017 for favorite animated movie. I didn't want this one to be left out with 6 nominees, so I've nominated the Angry Birds movie and Kung Fu Panda 3. Yeah, because of Angry Birds here, I know someone on my Discord server who adores Angry Birds a lot, so if they're watching this, makes them feel happy. But I still think Finding Dory would be the winner. Oh yeah, and here's a fun fact to make it quick. During school, I actually watched Finding Dory in one of my classes. Probably science because it's fish related. And it was nice to watch it at school. That's why Ellen is still one of my family's favorite celebrities. Now we have 2018 for animation. There are 3 new nominees that replace the old 3 nominees. Those being Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie, My Little Pony, and Pokemon I Choose You. Boy, this is gonna be so embarrassing when some of you hate it when I keep the Emoji Movie in. I know it's still a bad movie, but don't worry, because I'm doing a reference where I nominated My Little Pony in 2016 for favorite cartoon, and the Pokemon's anime movies being nominated for basically any kind of year. Personally, I think Pokemon I Choose You takes this win instead of Coco. I mean, that's one of the only movies I saw besides Hey Arnold the Jungle Movie. Alright, now it comes to 2019. The new nominees are Dragon Ball Super, Broly, Pokemon the Movie, The Power of Us, and Teen Titans Go to the movies. Most of these I have probably never seen, but if I were to pick, I'd pick Dragon Ball Super Broly. To anyone who wanted something related to Dragon Ball nominated before 2025, here. And if Teen Titans Go was nominated for favorite cartoon, probably be a surprise if the movie was nominated too. I think maybe with the Dragon Ball movie here, it would have been a close call between Incredibles 2, Hotel Transylvania, or Spider-Verse. But sometimes an anime movie can sometimes beat out animated movies. Next we have 2022. And straight out of nowhere, Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog replaces the Boss Baby Family Business. Y'all could probably disagree with me, but I think Sponge on the Run deserves this win instead of, Encanto. Look, I actually like Sponge on the Run. No matter what movie it is, if it's SpongeBob related, then it's definitely one I would like. Well, except for the Sandy movie. But an alternate winner would have been Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog. Those are the only 2 movies I saw, instead of the other 4. Next we have 2023. It disappoints me that Puss in Boots The Last Wish wasn't actually nominated for this category, so I decided to put it in here for the chance of it. And Blue's Big City Adventures barely counts as an animated movie, I think, but it's what I choose, okay? I don't think The Rise of Gru is a peak win for this category, so Puss in Boots deserves this win instead. And I could never resist that cute animation dance of it beating Avatar: The Way of Water. That's where I got the reference from Poncho and Webkins for Super Brawl 2 Remix and the Super Fall Brawl mod. Now let's finish up the list of 2025 right now. Alright, now we're back to the real movies. I was still shocked that the Minecraft movie was actually nominated, even though released in around April. But it was still a close call between that and Sonic. I did not know which one to choose, so I picked both of them randomly. But I have no idea how Wicked still won over those two famous movies. Hell, it would have been a perfect win between Minecraft or Sonic. And for favorite cartoon, it would have been a close call between Dragon Ball Daima and SpongeBob. I honestly don't see how fans vote for the most popular movie yet. The ones I have not seen at all. But there's one part that I do accept for favorite movie. The animated part. To make anyone feel better on why Mufasa should not have been here, I put in one of the worst movies here, Megamind, The Doom Syndicates. And from all the other nominees here, in my predictions video, I predicted that Despicable Me 4, Dogman, Inside Out 2, Moana 2, Plankton the Movie, The Wild Robot, and Transformers 1 would have been nominated. And I was actually right. Well, except for Megamind, which I still have no idea why it wasn't nominated over Mufasa. But yeah, as for 2025, Inside Out 2 still takes that win no matter what cost. And I'm proud of that win. I would have been proud of the win for Minecraft or Sonic too if it wasn't for Wicked. Okay, now for the honorable mentions, or scrap nominees. For these movies, I have no idea whether to add them in or replace them with some other movies I haven't seen. And the honorable mentions are 2002, Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius. 2003, Hey Arnold the Movie. 2005, Mean Girls. 2010, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and Coraline. 2011, Megamind and Tangled. 2012, Fred 2, Night of the Living Fred, A Fairly Odd Movie, Grow Up Timmy Turner, The Adventures of Tintin, and Rango. 2013, The Lorax. 2014, The Croods, and My Little Pony Equestria Girls. 2016, Pixels. 2020, Invader Zim, Enter the Florpus, Dora and the Lost City of Gold, and Pokemon's Detective Pikachu. 2024, Pneumonia, Ruby Gilman, Teenage Kraken, Wish, Five Nights at Freddy's, Good Burger 2, Zoe 102, and Monster High 2. And 2025, Deadpool and Wolverine, Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire, Harold and the Purple Crayon, If, The Thunderman's Return, and unironically, Saving Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks movie. Wow, that's a lot of movies. And I think that does it for my list. But before I go, here's a preview for next year's movies that I think will be nominated for favorite movie and animated movie. The favorite movie part may be done, but for favorite animated movie, no idea. And God, hell no, I am not nominating that one Netflix movie that I think is so overrated that you better not mention in the comments. For one, rigged win, and two, movies I have not seen yet. But boy, this list wasn't really much fun to do as my other two lists, so I recommend you check out the ones for favorite cartoon and favorite video games since there are actual better nominees than whatever I put here. I mean, with current movies like these, how am I gonna find out what else will be nominated? Again, I still usually focus on the cartoons and video games, but we'll find out what happens next year for the KCAs. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time, I suppose. Oh yeah, and shout out to Griffin Holohan for requesting this idea. That's the only actual request I can do for now, okay? The only request! Oh, and by the way, can't wait to see your list for favorite cartoon and video game. Good luck on that.